If Adams defeats St. Joe and Mishawaka beats Penn, there's a three-way tie for the North Division title. Right now, Penn leads by 8. 2:12 left in the third quarter. Mishawaka moves from right to left. Phillips under center, sends a man in motion, and now gets Burns to go right back to where he was to the right as there's going to be an audible at the offensive line. Phillips gets up, now gets back under center. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, option pass here to the near side. The ball is loose, it's a fumble. It's scooped up by Zach Main, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. Inside the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Zach Main. And the Penn Kingsmen are up 34-20 with 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Welcome into the Week 10 Penn preview here on the Regional Radio Sports Network and www.rrsn.com. Adam Demaree alongside me, Cory, Yeoman, the head coach of the Penn Kings. And first off, Coach, 41-34, big win to claim your 34th Northern Indiana Conference title outright over on the road at Steel Stadium against Mishawaka.
Well, it was a great game. I was just very, very pleased how our kids responded. Mishawaka came out and knocked us down, and our kids got back up and didn't flinch and kept going, and glad they did, because it took a heck of an effort last Friday night to win that ball game, but that's what our seniors brought.
Coach, you take a look at the adversity this team has faced throughout the season. It was a similar type of start to the Orchard Lake St. Mary's game where that first quarter they get out to a little bit of a lead on you. You kind of bring it closer to halftime. This time you get the lead at halftime. How big was that, and what was the talking points at halftime for you guys? Well,
I think that offense has done better and better as the years went on. And if you look at the last drive of the half, it's huge. And running the 2-minute offense and using the clock and being smart about how we move the ball down the field and time management, that was a big factor. I mean, after what had happened early on in that first half, to come out of there with a 1-point lead was outstanding.
Coach, you take a look at this defense. Kobe Woods played really well when you had to move him up a little bit on the defensive line from that inside linebacker spot. And then, of course, you had Zach Main with a 65-yard fumble recovery return for a touchdown in the second half. This defense now has 3 touchdowns. They can put some points on the board. That's got to be big for a coaching staff.
Well, it is. It's nice when we can score in all 3 phases. And Kobe had a nice job jarring the ball loose, and Zach scooped and scored it. And he can run pretty good for a big guy.
You take a look at your opponent now in the LaPorte Slicers, a team that you haven't played in a little bit. It's been a few years since you've taken on the Slicers. You'll have them here at home. They move up from 5A to 6A. What have you seen so far on film?
Well, I saw a team last year went to the state finals, and they know how to traverse the playoff system. They did a great job of that. And Bob's gone, and David's came in and done an outstanding job as well. I mean, even a better record in the Duneland Conference, and got after it, and they scored points in droves. They're a big physical offensive line, big, strong, powerful backs that can go as well and take it to the house. All 4 of those guys, their quarterbacks and their 3 running backs have all had, major touchdown runs of 20 yards or more, so that they can, pick them up and put them down pretty good. And they also can hurt you with the throwing the ball from time to time. But they're going to want to try to smash and knock you off the ball and then run some misdirection and try to run the football extremely well. Defensively, they've got some guys too. I mean, it's a big physical LaPorte team.
Coach, what in your opinion are the keys defensively, especially with another group that's going to come in here that really likes to run the ball and kind of pound you on the ground?
Well, it's kind of it's different than what we've seen from Mishawaka as far as the option and doing all that, but there is a component of misdirection in a lot of stuff they do. Similar, more like to what we saw with Orchard Lake St. Mary's, a big physical front with hard running backs, and we're just got to fit right, and we got to tackle. I mean, sometimes the coaches try to make this game more complicated than it is. It's about, defeating blocks, getting off blocks, pursuing the football. And when you get there, tackle and drive your legs and do that and play great team defense. That's what we have to do. Offensively, again, we need to take care of the football and move the football and move the sticks and get first downs because when they get the ball, they like to keep a hold of the ball. They run a lot of plays in every ball game, so we've got to do the same thing offensively and take care of the football. And our special teams have to come through again. I'm very, very happy with our kickoff return. Finally got some light in that and had a couple 50-yard returns, which was huge last week, and we needed that. And our coverage team did a nice job against some dangerous guys last week from Mishawaka as well, too. So I think that was a big component of the game. I mean, again, kind of what we talked about the week before. I mean, special teams play and takeaways and field position were a big part of that game, and I think they're going to be the same thing this Friday night.
Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Adam.
Cory Yeoman, head coach of the Penn Kingsmen, joining us here. His team taking on the LaPorte Slicers in the sectional opener here this Friday night at TCU Freed Field. You can listen to it on 91.1 The Globe, 95.3 Michiana's News Channel, and the Regional Radio Sports Network.